Upon the formation of the Big 12 Conference, the powers that be elevated the Nebraska-Colorado game to the league's marquee matchup, hoping to create a post-Thanksgiving tradition with a pair of national title contenders.
They haven't beat us in 7 years. They're not going to beat us now. They're not going to beat us now.
In 1997, the Huskers were 10-0 and ranked number 2. The Buffs entered the game a disappointing 5-5 and were nowhere to be found in the top 25. Therefore, a win over NU would make their season. The Big Red wasn't about to let that happen.
The last thing I want to remind you, it's still a game, fellas. Don't worry about all the poll stuff and all that. Let's just go out there and play a great game. Let's have a good time playing today. You know, we have a great team, and you should enjoy being on this football team. Enjoy playing the game today. Play it with that spirit. Let's make big plays. You know, think about what you're going to do positive, not what might happen. Think about what you're going to do to contribute to a great day and a great game today. Okay, let's grab a knee, and we'll have about 5 minutes for the captains.
The Huskers got the game off to a good start with a monster 14-play drive that took nearly 7 minutes off the clock and resulted in a 3-0 lead. After Colorado missed a field goal try to tie, Nebraska's second series carried into the second quarter and was highlighted by a long pass to an unlikely receiver.
The backfield in the eye, second down and a yard. A fake. Here's Frost firing a pass down the field to Makovica. He makes the grab, and he's inside the 15 at the 14-yard line of Colorado. 21 yards on the play.
It was yet another display of offensive diversity by Nebraska, who took a 10-point lead 2 plays later when Scott Frost weaved his way untouched on a 19-yard run.
It was a 48 counter sweep where I came around me and John ended up pulling, and I came around, there was nobody there to block, and I ended up running with Scott stride for stride into the end zone. And, you know, I was kind of hoping he'd look at me and pitch the ball back to me, and, you know, so I could get a touchdown for it, but, you know, that's probably a play I'll remember the most.
After a Colorado field goal made it 10-3 to close out the half, the Huskers had to wait before answering back. But after the break, it didn't take them long. The first play of the second half was the biggest of the day as Amon Green broke free for 64 yards. He then wasted no time in finishing what he started.
First down and 10 to go. The handoff to Amon. Tries the middle, bounces off some players, pivots away, takes it to the 10, to the 5. He'll waltz in for the score.
2 plays into the third quarter, Nebraska led 17-3. 2 plays later, Colorado was back on the board and within 7, only to see the Big Red battle right back.
The snap to Scott Frost. He'll roll to the right side. Fires a pass down the field. Cheatham's got it. He stumbles and falls down in Colorado territory.
Frost's 31-yard third down pass to Kenny Cheatham was significant. Not only did it keep Nebraska's drive alive, but it also made history. With 61 yards rushing in the first half and now 64 yards passing in the game, Scott became the first Husker and just the 10th player all-time in Division I to rush and pass for 1,000 yards in the same season. Scott followed with a 22-yard pass to Matt Davison that put the Huskers within striking distance. 4 plays later, they took advantage and took a 2-touchdown lead, 24-10. After a trade of possessions and Erwin Sweeney's second interception of the season, Chris Brown added to his school record when he connected on his 12th straight field goal attempt near the end of the third quarter. A season-long 46-yarder, it proved to be the difference in the game.
I really don't put a lot of emphasis on personal achievement or records, and if I really want to do things right and do things the way that they're supposed to be done on Saturday to help the team win, and hopefully by doing so I'll be able to play. We'll all be able to play for a national championship on January 2nd. That's the most important thing to me.
While the Buffs staged a late rally in the fourth quarter, the Huskers turned them away when it mattered most and held on for a 27-24 win.
I think the score really didn't show the actual game. I think a lot of mistakes were made at the end, and we could have ran up the score, but we still to come out with a victory. I think that really showed what kind of team we had, kind of heart.
At the beginning of the season, we put up on that board that we wanted to go undefeated during the regular season, and we accomplished that goal. And by finishing it out, this is our senior year. We finished 4 out of the last 5 seasons undefeated, and that's a tremendous feat for me and my teammates. And I think that's something that we're always going to remember.
At 5-6, Colorado's season was over, while NU was unbeaten, having reached the 11-win mark for the 5th straight year. A tremendous accomplishment, even by Nebraska standards. But this was a Husker team that still had some unfinished business. The best team in the conference during the league's first 2 seasons, the Big Red was clearly focused on capturing its first Big 12 crown.